Hey guys, Douglas G14B here. I've been playing with a couple of mods on Minecraft called Industrial Craft, Buildcraft, and a few others with red power and whatnot. But one thing I've found that is starting to become a bother is that people can nuke you. Nukes were a addition in Industrial Craft. They do an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage to anything and everything. I think they have like a 100 block blast radius, and they just destroy stuff. So, I'm actually going to make a tutorial on how to nuke-proof your house, factory, or workplace. Now, note that I'm going to be using a reactor rather than nukes, since most servers they've decided that they're going to disable the recipe for nukes. These nice little things right here. They're going to disable the recipe for them. So a lot of people they will place down a reactor, this thing. They'll place down a nuclear reactor, overload it, and let it go off, which actually has the explosion power of approximately 2 nukes. Alright, well first off I'm going to show you some of the damage a nuke can do. You have your nice little dirt house over here. Just going to blow it up. Some griefer comes up, he's like, oh look at this nice house. I'm gonna light off a nuke and ruin this guy's day. Then you have let's say you have a village. Let's say you have a large area of land, a lot of buildings, a lot of stuff there. Griefer comes up, he's like, oh my god, this is perfect. My day. Lights off a nuke. Well, lights off a reactor. You're done. It's over. I'm sorry. Alright, so, nuke proof in your house. Well, the first thing is, you have a couple different materials that you can use. You have this, right here, which is actually your reinforced stone. It has a blast resistance of 150. You can use that. You can make your doors out of reinforced doors. They can only be opened with redstone, just like your iron door. Then you can also use, if I can find it, there we go, reinforced glass. Reinforced glass has the same strength. Let's see if I can organize this crap. There we go. The reinforced glass has the same strength as the reinforced stone. Now, one more thing you can use that has a high blast resistance, but not exactly nuke-proof, is that. This is called a wall block. It's another thing. All these are industrial craft items that you're looking at right here. This has a blast. The wall block is actually made from the construction foam. If you let it sit out far enough in the sun, it'll eventually turn. Oh, there we go. It'll turn. Or you can speed up the process by hitting it with a sand block. It'll use the sand block though. Ignore that item that just dropped. But these are all blast resistant. This has a blast resistance of 60, 150, 150. Who the fuck cares? Alright, a nuke, this thing, will destroy, well, through a lot of testing, I have figured out it'll destroy through 2 layers of wall block. Will not, if you have 3 layers of wall block, it will not destroy through it. But, let's say you have your pretty little items over on the back side of this wall block, those will all be destroyed. So, 2 wall block, it's a no-go. Again, ignore those items, those aren't supposed to exist in the game. Weird. Anyways, but then you have your resistance wall. Now, the nuke will destroy 1 layer of this wall, and all your pretty items on the other side will be safe and fine. The wall will absorb every single bit of damage that nuke can do. Now, the problem is, let's say you have 2 nukes. That can seriously mess you up. So, 2 nukes are actually equal to a single reactor full of uranium overloading. Don't want that. So how do you nuke-proof your house? Alright, first off, set out your house plan, obviously. Then, make a square for your house. Indent it into the ground a bit if you want. Obviously I'm cheating for this because I don't want to have to make all these items myself for this tutorial. Alright, you have your nice little frame for your house right here. Alright, there we go, you have a frame. Now, what you can do with that frame is you can make the floor out of these blocks. This is not necessary. You don't necessarily need to make your floor nuke-proof, but I'm just doing it for this demonstration. There we go. We have our floor. Now, next thing to do is to make your wall. Actually, one moment, we're going to make this a little bit longer. This will be expensive. If you want to nuke-proof your house, this is going to turn out to be a big expense. Because these blocks, tons and tons of them, are not exactly what you would call cheap. The foam, on the other hand, is pretty cheap, but it's a pain in the ass to make because you have to use water cells, which you have to fill in by buckets, by hand, which is horrible to do. Unless someone knows how to do it otherwise. If you do, please tell me. Alright, anyways. I will make this wall. Alright. Now, the first thing you're going to do is make your what you want as your wall 1 block wider than you expect it to be, which is going to be this, right here, the reinforced stone. Then you're going to make an actual wall. This is actually called a wall, literally, a wall block. You're going to make a wall on the inside of that stone. Then, this is the awesome part that I figured out. You can make a wall, if you make a wall on the outside of the reinforced stone, it'll absorb enough blast damage that the stone gets destroyed, but the inner wall does not. You might be thinking, why don't you just use 2 walls on the outside? That doesn't work. Don't ask me why. But if you use 2 walls on the outside, they don't absorb enough damage. Those 2 walls get destroyed, and then your reinforced wall gets destroyed as well, with damage going into the inside of your building. Weird game physics. That's all I can say. Alright, so make a wall on the outside. Have your reinforced stone, or glass, whichever one you prefer, on the inside. And you just do this. I actually have on the server I'm playing on, I have to do this. I'm gonna need 3,000, approximately, 3,000 reinforced stone and 6,000 foam blocks and sand if I want to make it go quicker to protect my factory, nuke-proof it. We've already had a couple guys on the server get nuked, which was not good at all. So I decided I might as well do something about it and make it so I'm nuke-proof. It'll really disappoint that griefer. Comes by and tries to nuke me and, well, nothing happens. Alright, so now if they were to use one nuke on you with this style of walling, all it would do is destroy the outer layer of wall, the foam wall, and your inner layer, well, your middle layer, your reinforced stone, would actually survive. It wouldn't take any damage. None of it would be destroyed. So, you have the cheap material on the outside to absorb the damage, and then your more expensive material in the middle stays alive. Alright, this is going to take a while, so I'm going to fast forward past this part. Alright, there we go. It is made. So we have our reactor right here. I'm going to move it back a little bit so it has a little larger blast radius. Alright, we have a reactor. It does not, surprisingly, it doesn't take very long for a griefer to actually get one of these. God knows why, these things are really expensive to make. But, you have your reactor, you have your house. And I need my world edit wand. There we go. Well, there we go. I'll make a copy of this house so that I don't have to remake it again if I want to make another demonstration. Alright, so got a copy. Now, we have our reactor. I'm going to fill it up once I clear some of this crap out of my inventory. Yikes. I could just delete all sand, but I don't want to delete my infinite pile. That's too much of a pain. Let's go back and get it again. Well, it takes a shift click. Alright. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. You guys might be worried about, for those of you that like an aesthetic house, you might be like, oh my god, really? To nuke-proof my house, I have to make it look gray. Nope, you can paint it. See? Paint, 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 paint. Paint, 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 paint. Yep, you can paint them, which is just awesome. Huh. Those of you that were worried about that, there you go. Also, you might be wondering, why don't you just use obsidian? Well, I will demonstrate obsidian. and how absolutely useless it is. Obsidian in Industrial Craft has been nerfed, so that no longer has anywhere near a decent explosive resistance. There's obsidian. Make it too thick, just for kicks. There you go. Make it too thick. Your precious blocks of gold behind it. Precious blocks of gold in here. Except there's more of them, because this house is more badass. Alright. Now, back to filling this this reactor up. Reactors are kind of expensive to make, and they're kind of expensive. Ah, crap. There we go. Shift clicking does not work with uranium cells. They actually disappear when you put them in the reactor. Alright, so let's fill this thing up. And then we'll light it off. You can actually add more chambers to a reactor and put more and more uranium cells in it, but that does not increase the explosive power of it. You can actually add 6 more reactors to this thing. Reactor chambers. Each chamber adds 1 more, essentially, column that you can put more crap in. And it does pretty good. Alright, light this thing off. Show you guys my nuke-proof house, and that really does work. And how much obsidian sucks. Those gold blocks might survive. I'm gonna lose my stripe on my house. This makes me sad. Oh yeah, the sand is like. Sorry about that, guys. Minecraft decided that this was a time for it to error out and crash right before the explosion. So actually, here is the aftermath of our explosion of the nuclear reactor. Obviously, as you can see, there is no more obsidian left, and there is no gold blocks. Now, the house, on the other hand, the house is doing just fine. Mostly. It's missing a outer layer and a little bit. As you can tell, the outer layer of wall got destroyed. It destroyed a good bit of the middle layer, the more reinforced layer, and then the inner layer is just totally fine. And that's how you nuke-proof your house. I'm gonna throw a nuke right here. This might be a bit too much. I don't know. This is a bad location for a nuke for this house, since it's missing like a wall right there. But it's totally worth it. Alright. Here's our nuke on that wall. You can see how little damage it's going to do, except for that part right there that's missing stone. That part right there that's missing the wall is probably going to get destroyed. Maybe. No guarantees. Oh, maybe not. See, there you go. That is what a nuke does. That is also what a nuke does. But a single nuke will only destroy the outer wall, leaving the inner wall completely fine. Now, I am going to show you guys 2 nukes. Alright, 2 nukes coming right up. Party favors. Alright, da-da-da. Alright, and this is what 2 nukes will do to the house. I'm going to go hide inside the house because it's the only safe place on this map. Ah, screw it. Nothing happened. Let's try that one more time. Actually, literally nothing happened. Didn't barely even destroyed some freaking sand. Wow. Yeah, let's definitely try that one more time. Alright. Nuke. Take 2. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, let's try this one more time. There we go. That's more like it. Alright. As you can see, it annihilated some of this mountain right there. These things have a massive explosion radius. But, as you can see, the house survived just fine. Minor scratches. Nothing done on the inside. So, yeah. That is how you nuke-proof your Industrial Craft 2 house. Get away from them griefers. But, oh yeah. Just an FYI. They can still be assholes and just dig into it. Like so. It's not that hard. Yeah. Make sure to get protection. If you can. But nukes. You're good from nukes. You're definitely protected from nukes. Let me steal these gold blocks now since I'm a griefer and I just dug into my house. Yay, gold! Haha! Yay, bye-bye house. Alright. I'm out. I will hope to see you guys next time. God, I don't even know what kind of I have so much stuff I can make videos of. I'm just too damn lazy to make them. I might have a video about Industrial Craft. Maybe. Let's play. No more house. Lots of booms. Giant fucking hole. Really giant hole in the ground. As you can see. Come on, there we go. Render. Ha. There we go. Holy shit, that is oil. And a half. Actually, I think that's just oil on top of... Yep, oil on top of stone just looks like a lot of oil. That looks pretty badass, actually. That is cool. Oh yeah, water is no protection against nukes, by the way. Water gets disintegrated for some reason. Oil, on the other hand, does not. Oil is invincible. Oil is oil. And there we go. Nuke-proof your house. Easy ways. Expensive ways. See you next time.